I have come with my next episode, biology episode actually. Okay, so the nutrition chapter we have started. Okay, if you missed my previous episode, subscribe my channel Physics Scholar and see my episodes, biology episode as well as the physics episode also you can see. And very shortly I will upload the episodes on other science subjects also. Okay. So now the physics episode, we are now uploading the light. Okay. So if you missed and if you require that, you can go and you can see. Okay. So in my last biology episode, I have discussed about a little bit of photosynthesis. Okay. The autotrophic nutrition. Okay. Autotrophic nutrition means the nutrition in which the green plant or animal can prepare their, some animal actually, not all, can prepare their own food for the nutrition. Don't have to rely on others for food. Okay, so that is known as autotrophic nutrition. Now photosynthesis, I will not describe so much in details here. So I will make a separate episodes on photosynthesis. Okay, there I will discuss in details what is dark phase reaction in details, what happened over there, what is light phase reaction in details, what happened over there. So today the overview of photosynthesis I will discuss in this episode. Okay, so that will be enough for the board exam of class 10. But for class 12, okay, or the students who are appearing for the NEET or JEE Main Advanced, okay, so I will make a special episode on photosynthesis. So you have to see also that. But this is the basic idea, basic concept that I am sharing with you now. Okay, so photosynthesis, what I already discussed, that the green plant, okay, or some animals, Euglena or Chrysanthemum like that, okay, they will absorb the water and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere with the presence of the sunlight, okay, and chlorophyll, okay, they prepare food, especially the glucose, okay, or monosaccharide, okay, especially glucose is known as photosynthesis, okay. So what are the two things the plant is taking from atmosphere? Carbon dioxide and what is that? Water. Okay, these are the two things and these are known as raw materials. Okay, raw material of photosynthesis. Okay, so if we write the equation 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O, what is required? Sunlight, chlorophyll. C6 H12 O6, that is glucose, plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the byproduct. This is the main product, glucose, and this is the byproduct. Byproduct of photosynthesis. Okay. So this is the equation. So carbon dioxide and water is required. Okay. So sunlight, in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the glucose will be produced. Okay. And oxygen will be produced as byproduct, as well as the water will also be produced. Okay. During the photosynthesis process. So many times the question is come, what is the source? See, in carbon dioxide the oxygen is there. In water the oxygen is there. So what is the source of oxygen that will be produced during the photosynthesis process? So the answer will be the water. This water is the source of oxygen that is produced during photosynthesis. Okay. Okay. So I think this reaction you know. Now let me discuss a little bit details about the photosynthesis. Okay. So first, all of you understand. First, what will happen? The sun is the ultimate source of energy, that we know. So the chlorophyll. First, role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis. Role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis. Okay. Photosynthesis. Okay. Role of chlorophyll or importance of chlorophyll in photosynthesis process. So actually, what happened when the sunlight will fall on the chlorophyll? So the energy of the sunlight will fall on the chlorophyll as a combination of some packet. Okay, so those are known as photons. Okay, so that packet, which is a bundle of energies, that we will get from sunlight, that will fall on the chlorophyll. That will be the energy packet. Each energy packet is known as the photons. Okay. So the chlorophyll, when the photons will fall on the chlorophyll, okay, the chlorophyll atom will be excited. Okay. We will absorb the energy from sunlight and it will be excited. Okay. Then what will happen? The chlorophyll will emit energized electrons. The chlorophyll molecule will emit an energized electrons. Okay. So that energized electron will be transmitted by some electron carrier. Some electron carriers are there. The electron carriers are there. Okay. So that will be carried by some electron carriers. Cytochrome, pyridoxine. These are the name of the some electron carriers. Okay. So the electrons will flow through this electron carrier, and that with the help of the energy emitted by the electrons, the water will be split into H plus and OH minus ion. Okay, so that I am coming later part. So what is the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis? The chlorophyll is only the pigments present, okay, that can trap the solar energy, okay, and that energy will be stored inside the food that the plant will produce. Okay, how they will trapping the energy? When the photon will fall on the chlorophyll molecule, the chlorophyll molecule will be excited and they will emit the energized electrons. That will be carried by some electron carriers. Okay. Name of the electron carrier, cytochrome, pyridoxine. These are the name of the electron carriers. Okay. So this is actually the role of chlorophyll. So in a simple word, the chlorophyll can trap the solar energy. Okay, which is stored inside the food produced by the plant during the photosynthesis process. Okay. So without chlorophyll, it is not possible to trap the solar energy inside the food. Okay. That is why the importance of chlorophyll is huge. Okay. Without the chlorophyll, the photosynthesis cannot take place. Clear? Next, the role of water. See, water will be split in H plus and OH minus ion. Okay. H plus and OH minus ion. Who will give the energy? The energy emitted by the chlorophyll. Okay. That will give the energy. Okay. To split the water molecules into H plus and OH minus ion. Clear? So this process of splitting the water into H plus and OH minus ion is known as photolysis. Is known as photolysis. Okay. The split of H plus and OH minus ion is known as photolysis. Clear? So photolysis is the process where during the light phase reaction, this is what light is required. Okay, because the energy trapped by the chlorophyll, and that energy at the chlorophyll will emit the electrons. Okay, and in the chlorophyll molecule, the deficiency of electrons will be there, and that chlorophyll cannot trap more sunlight. Okay, so when the electron is carried, okay, the energy, it will emit the energy, and with that energy, the water molecule will be split into H plus and OH minus ion. So the splitting of water molecules into H plus and OH minus ion during photosynthesis process is in the light phase reaction is known as photolysis. Okay. So what happened? This OH minus ion will emit the electron, and it will form OH radical. Now OH radical will form O2 and H2O. Okay. So this O2 is coming out the product of oxygen that is produced during photosynthesis. So I think you have understood this O2. So water will split in H plus and OH minus ion. Photolysis process, this process is known as photolysis process. So the OH minus ion will what? Minus ion means what? Electron is there. So that will emit the electrons. Okay. And it will now OH radical. Now OH radical will combine themselves to produce O2 and H2O. Okay. So that O2 will be the product. Okay, byproduct of the photosynthesis. Okay. So you can come to know the source of oxygen that is produced during photosynthesis is water that is used in the photosynthesis. Okay. Now So this is the role of water. So what is the role of water? The water will be split in H plus and OH minus ion from the energy getting from the electrons emitted by the chlorophyll, energized electron, and it will be split into H plus and OH minus ion. So the OH minus ion will emit the electrons and it will become into OH radical, and OH radical will form the oxygen and water. So that oxygen is the byproduct of the photosynthesis process. So water is also a huge importance is there of water because the byproduct oxygen we are getting, and you know how much useful oxygen is for the atmosphere. Okay, so it is the source of water. Okay, that is used in the photosynthesis process. Next, role of CO2. Role of carbon dioxide. In photosynthesis, what is produced? C6H12O6. That is produced. Okay, that is produced in photosynthesis. So this C, carbon is coming from the carbon dioxide. Okay, so that carbon, there are various steps. Okay, NADP, H will be formed. Okay, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Then it will combine then with ribulose bisphosphate. Okay, so different type of steps are there in light phase reaction and dark phase reaction. So that is not there in your board exams in CBSE. So in class 11 and 12 it is there. So I will make a special episode on light phase and dark phase reactions on photosynthesis process. Clear? So only understand that the source of carbon that is produced during the photosynthesis process, the glucose. Okay, the inside the glucose carbon is there. The source of carbon is carbon dioxide that is used in photosynthesis process. So without carbon dioxide, how the glucose can be produced? Nothing. Okay, the glucose cannot be produced. Okay, so that's why the carbon dioxide has a very important role of photosynthesis process. Okay, and what is the role of sunlight? Huge role, because sunlight the energy is coming as a packet of photons that can be trapped by the chlorophyll, and that energy will be stored inside the food that is produced. And all the other plant itself as well as all the animals are getting that energy directly or indirectly. How the directly? The animal which are eating the plant, they are getting the energy directly from the plant, and those who are eating the other animal, they are getting the energy indirectly from the plant. Okay, so this is the role of carbon dioxide. Now, two information I am giving. Okay, first, unstable carbon compound produced in photosynthesis. It will be produced during the dark phase reaction. It is DPOB, diphosphoorbital 6C. The carbon molecules will be 6 number of carbon molecules will be there. Okay, so DPOB, that will be the first unstable carbon molecule which will be produced during the photosynthesis process in the dark phase reaction. So the capturing of carbon is done in the dark phase reaction only. Okay, now first stable carbon compound produced in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, so phosphoglyceric acid is the first stable carbon compound which is produced. Most of the book it is written PGA, but most of the books it is not written. Okay, DPOB. Clear? The DPOB will be the first unstable carbon compound. Okay, that will be produced during the dark phase reaction of photosynthesis, and the PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, will be the first stable carbon compound which will be produced during the photosynthesis dark phase reaction. Okay, so in details I will discuss about the light phase and dark phase reaction separately. What is photophosphorylation? Okay, and how the ATP and NADPH2 will be formed in the light phase reaction, and how the glucose will be formed in the dark phase reaction. So that special episode I will upload. Okay, on that. So this is the overview of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is a process in which the green plant and some other animals can prepare their own food by help of the carbon dioxide and water by taking it from atmosphere or from nature and with the presence of the chlorophyll and sunlight. Okay, so it can produce the glucose as well as the oxygen it will deliver, okay, to the atmosphere. So this is the autotrophic nutrition. Okay, so now I will come forward, okay, in my next episode with the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so keep watching my channel. Thank you.